It is time, once again, to lock your doors, shut your windows, strap yourself into your favorite comfy chair, and tune out and tune into the Naked Zombie.
G'day boys and girls, and welcome to a special interview this morning that I am really excited about. Now, people have listened to the zombie and they've been on the Facebook page and they've seen the photos and all that. You know I am growing a beard. Yes, look, it's taken me 41 years to decide to actually go ahead and do this, but I've had one major inspiration in growing this, and it's a man that I've been following religiously since he came online and I come across his Facebook site. He has over 10,000 likes on his Facebook page. He is the man known as Beardimus Maximus. Please welcome to the Naked Zombie, Taylor Gering. Taylor, how are you, mate?
I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me on the show, Brad. I appreciate it.
No, mate, it is my honour. Truly, it is. I am not worthy to speak to you at this stage of my beard growing career. What you have actually done, which has totally amazed me, and this is the pop culture side of doing a radio show, is the simple fact is that when I come across your Facebook site and Save the Beard, I thought, what a fantastic idea. And you've actually given your beard a name, which is Maximus. Sorry, Beardimus Maximus. And you have over 10,000 followers all around the world. You have over 2,000 people talking about the subject of your beard and your posts that you put on. Now, I gather from the very, very start of doing the growing of the beard, Beardimus, did you expect to have such a cult following in doing this?
Absolutely not. I did it because I knew I could grow a beard, or knew I had the potential to grow a beard. And when I started growing it, my wife was very displeased of it. So it just kind of evolved from there, and I've gotten so much support and love from so many people. So,
oh, look, it is truly amazing. Oh, look, I'm in your boat as well. My wife hates my beard with a passion. Trouble is, I look like, even though I'm 41, when I'm clean shaven, I look like I'm 12. Have you noticed now, since you've grown Beardimus, have you noticed that people treat you differently now you have him? Because it is really getting quite big and bushy, isn't he? I mean, from the photos I've seen, it's not one of these little trim nice things. It's this massive hair on your face, and it just brings you in a different character, doesn't it, in a lot of ways?
Yeah, I've gotten great response from it, and I've gotten horrible response from it. People for going in for job interviews, I've actually set up a spy cam and gone in on about 20 different job interviews to see how they would react
Nice.
to their jobs. And the reaction is amazing. I mean, it's absolutely amazing what people say or don't let you do or do. And but I mean, there's been a lot of good things too as well. A lot of people are very supportive. A lot of the beard industry, beard community, they are very loyal to each other.
Yep.
And it's one thing I've learned, and they have your back and they don't judge you. And these are from doctors to bank tellers to whatever. It's been an amazing on that side. There's a lot of women, they say they do like it, but they say they like it until they're not married to you. So. My wife likes other guys' beards, but she doesn't like my beard. So,
oh man, that's terrible.
I know,
no, that's fine. We get used to it.
So brutal. I know.
Well, mate, now when you started growing, so what was the main? Look, we'll get into the your inspiration and stuff like that. I mean, but you said you set up spy cams, which I love to see the footage. You set up spy cams going into people's different responses regarding your beard. What have been some of the main, weird responses that you received through to Beardimus?
Some of them are actually inappropriate. Like I've had I'm not gonna name the company obviously, but
No,
it
of
was
course.
a bank. It was a bank company, and I went in there just to be a teller position, and I'm very qualified for that. Which is kind of funny because in the front of the bank it says you can't even come in as a guest with a hat and beard and stuff like that. But I was dressed all nice, professional, and the guy right when I sat down, the guy was like, "Absolutely not. Why would you come to interview with a huge beard like that?" And I was like, it's funny, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, that's horrible. You can't say that. It's discrimination.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I mean, but so that's one of the reactions. And most people's facial expressions are hysterical. Um, they usually don't go through the whole interview process like they should properly. It's kind of just like 10 questions. And then they end up asking me questions about my beard. And it's like, not even about the job. And I'm just like, wow, this is pretty intense and pretty funny. And I've applied to 21 jobs and not gotten one call back.
You're kidding. Isn't that terrible? Seriously, I mean, I've just become a member. I was invited yesterday to become a member of the Australian Moustache and Beard Club here in Australia, which was, well, to me, it was wonderful to get that sort of recognition. I mean, mine's only about 6 weeks old now, but I'm a hairy little bugger. But it's because in Australia, mate, we grow awesome beards as well. I mean, what can I say? It's just what they feed us down under. But so you've gone into these different aspects of people's responses and stuff like that. Now, are you currently looking for work? This is the question. Is there something you particularly want to do that maybe we can help you with on the Zombie? Because we have audiences all around the world. There might be someone listening to the show going, I want this man to work for me.
I'm a very hardworking individual. I used to be in the restaurant business as a manager.
Yep.
And a lot of restaurants, obviously, you can't have big beards which I understand with handling food and stuff. I do understand that aspect of it because it's very bushy. But actually, I want to work in a nonprofit. With a nonprofit organization on anything on not judging people for what they look at, you know what I'm saying, just because you have a certain ailment or anything that you have that you're better off, you could be a great person to help their community or help their business. I'm going to that aspect of it, of public speaking and stuff like that, and hosting events and raising as much money as I can for charities. Fortunately, I'm okay on the financial side, so I'm usually taking this as a huge advantage of doing something I really love, and that's talking to people and really raising money and awareness for people's health and cancers and stuff like that.
Mate, I think that is absolutely wonderful, and using Beardimus to do this, I think, is even better. I mean, and this is what people don't understand, and this is what gets me up a bit cranky at times, is that people will judge other people for the simplest of things. I mean, come on, it's the 21st century, isn't it, mate? We don't, just because one has a beard doesn't mean one can't do the job. You know what I mean? It is a cultural thing for a lot of people to have a beard. I mean, say for the just the Muslim side of things. You know, they grow a beard because of the religious aspects and what they do and stuff like that. They're not judged. You know what I mean? That's part of their culture. Why can't we, as Anglo-Saxons, or white fellas, if you want to call us, that we should be able to grow a massive, face lawn if we wanted to, and still be a productive part of society. See, I'm lucky in a way myself because I work in a position where, I do the radio show because no one really gets to see me face, which is probably a benefit. But I work in my normal job, working in a warehouse situation where, if my boss come up to me and said, Brad, listen, I really think you should, shave, there'd be one swift, quick answer. If you know what I mean, up your sunshine in a nice way. But, I mean, this is the thing, Taylor. So you've taken this whole aspect of growing the beard, doing public speaking and stuff like that. Now, a couple of responses and a couple of things I've seen is on the community side of what you're doing now with Save the Beard. It's your following is worldwide, isn't it? I mean, you've got fans here in Australia. I'm not lying. I'm one of them. That's why I said right at the start of the show tonight, I said, I am not worthy. I mean, seriously, it's amazing because you've taken the whole aspect of, hey, this is me, this is my beard, this is who I am. I'm not changing for anybody, but I want to donate my time and my knowledge to help others. Mate, hats off to you.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean, but there's so many people involved that are great people that that respond to me and support me and want to do things to help the page out and stuff. And it's been like group effort of just people reaching out and being just as supportive, as I've been to them. So it's just there's a lot of great people in the world, and when it comes to something that a lot of people look at as like a symbol of I'm standing up for something, whether not just a beer, just for something that I believe in. And a lot of people have really respected that and stuff. And I try to do it very professionally and very respectfully to people. There's a lot of people that don't like it, and I get hate mail just as much as I get as people that love it as well. And I try to avoid out the negative because I'm a very positive person, and I don't expect everybody to see my side of the story. So.
I mean, isn't it funny? Like when you said you've received hate mail just because you decided to grow a beard. Isn't that stupid? I mean, look, mate, I get my fair share too on the zombie. Don't get me wrong. I mean, people don't always agree with everything I say, but look, I really don't care. At the same time, I've got a special. I've got in my email account. I've got the special folder that just says hate mail. And I keep it because I look back and I laugh at it. I think, haven't you people got something else better to do with your lives, if you know what I mean?
Absolutely. And those are the people that I have people say this page is dumb. This is so stupid. You're taking a beard and knocking it, laughing at it and stuff. And I'm thinking in my head, you post something on my page every day, but thank you for helping my page, because by your hate, it just tells people to come to my page and for my things. It sounds kind of ridiculous.
No, it's true. Oh, I agree with you, mate. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's like any TV show or anything out there, anything that's in the public eye, like yourself. It's very much the haters that will watch stuff religiously, if you know what I mean.
Oh, absolutely.
And those are the ones that don't realise that they're actually like supporting you at the same time. So I think it's fantastic, mate. I say bring it on. more the better. So, okay, we've got into the fact that you're growing the beard, you want to get into public speaking, you want to encourage, you want to work for charity. And you do donate to charity now, don't you, through the sales of your T-shirts. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I donate to the Children's Miracle Network, and I'm actually running a huge beard mustache competition in August, and they're actually going to advertise for my event and the YMCA, the children of the YMCA in Virginia, and I'm looking to raise $250,000 in one day for that event. So, for both these organizations.
Wow, mate. Look, seriously, that is amazing. I mean, you've taken something as simple. I mean, it's not everyone can grow a beard. Seriously, like I think I couldn't grow my first one until I was in my 30s. To be honest with you, I mean, it took me a while. I'm in my 40s now, but it's that whole thing of. But let's talk about the cultural side of having a beard, I guess. I mean, and people are sitting back listening to the show going, talking about beards, why aren't they talking about spooky shit? Because this is, okay, yeah, we're called Naked Zombie, but like I said, I'm a fan. And my show, if I want to talk about beards, I'll talk about beards, because a large population of my audience are into this type of thing. Yeah, I mean, they love the fact that we do talk about different subjects and stuff that is pretty much off the wall. Now, your end goal at the end of the day, see, I don't know what to call you, Taylor or Beardimus. I mean, I've got no friggin' idea. This is a tough one, old mate. So you've gone into. I know you as both. Okay, when you go in and you do like the events and stuff like, tell me about in the States. Tell me about the beard community. I mean, can you do that for us? Because in Australia we have a very strong beard community here. We are very passionate because, look, we're talking Ned Kelly, if you know what I mean, the Australian bush ranger, had a man growth that was just amazing. We have a lot of fantastic... my uncle is a professor of mathematics. His beard is pure white and it goes down to his navel.
That's amazing.
You know what I mean?
Sounds amazing.
I mean, he's got this long white hair, but he's bald on top and he's got a ponytail. Brilliant man. Yeah, he does in robotics and stuff like that. He looks like a professor with the big beard and everything like that. But he's had that since his 20s, if you know what I mean. He's never really shaved it off. So, and that's the thing that I looked at when I was a young bloke, looking at this culture of these massive big beards and the responses and people get. And look, and it's funny, you see people dress up in fake beards all the time. don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even blokes dress up in fake beards for certain things. I mean, so the whole beard culture is unique upon itself. So could you tell me what the beard culture is like over in the States?
Yeah, it's in the past, the past year for me, it's since I just started growing it. It's a very tight knit group, but there's clubs. There's at least 50 to 60 clubs, at least in the United States. It's usually from city to city or state to state, but it's really starting to really grow and expand. And I think a lot that has to do with that is the Duck Dynasty TV show, which is a huge following and stuff. And there's a couple, things with beards on it that's really made it grow. And now it's really becoming a sport. I mean, these competitions are pretty big in the United States that are going on by month, and these people travel from all the way across the United States just to represent their beard club or their beard in themselves, and to meet other beards and other people with great beard stories, and that really is starting to become a huge following, and that's why I think it's going to blow in the next year or two. It's going to blow out of the water. It's going to be gigantic. And there's actually a lot of beard companies that are starting to come up with waxes and oils and stuff like that to use for your beard and product and stuff. So it's really taken its life of its own.
Oh, it has, hasn't it? I mean, and you look, I don't know whether the beard in general has come back into popular culture, if you know what I mean, because you see a lot of the actors and that in the States nowadays are growing the beard, if you know what I mean, having that thing, but it goes beyond that in my eyes. It goes to factors. Look, with me personally, growing my beard, I'm a fairly shy guy. Yeah, I'm very reserved and shy. When I do the radio show, I'm behind a microphone, and so I can carry on like a madman all I want, and no one knows me sort of outside of that. If they're close friends, they know I'm a very quiet, shy kind of bloke. But growing
I don't see that because you seem very easy to talk to.
Yeah, oh, mate, listen, I'm hiding behind a computer screen. But I found since I started growing my beard, I find that my confidence is actually increasing in that sense, and my outgoing personality is starting to come into more, because it's sort of like, even at this stage with my early beard growing side of thing, I've noticed people are treating me differently. And this is what I've done on my own page, is I've sort of set up my own page. It's similar to yours, but it's not a rip-off of yours, please. Don't think it is.
No.
It's basically to do with, in pop culture side of beards, in the 21st century and stuff like that. It's more to do with my experiences growing my own beard. And I find that when I was clean-shaven, I looked like I was 12, it was, people wouldn't look twice at you. If you know what I mean, you sort of just blended in the crowd. But since I started growing the beard and I started to get quite bushy now, it's sort of like, I was in the shopping centre the other day, and this is the weirdest thing. I was in the shopping centre the other day, and I'm 6'2". I'm a very tall bloke, and I'm not a little guy in that sense. I'm about 100 kilos. I don't know what that is in pounds in the States, but I'm not a little guy in that sense. But it's more to do with, I was walking past this one particular Sheila. Sorry, lady, I should call her lady, walking past one lady. And we sort of, you walk past someone again after you're going up and down the aisles. And she sort of, every time, she'd give me this huge smile. And I went, oh, that's nice. Yeah, that hasn't happened before in many, many years. And the last time she says, that is a nice looking beard. I went, oh, thank you.
Wow.
Yeah, yes. It's like, just looked at me wedding ring. I have to go now.
But didn't that make you feel really good?
It did, mate.
Yeah.
It seriously, it made me feel good in the simple fact that for something so simple, for something that is, that either you love it or hate it, it personally, in my experience, growing my own beard has given me a lot of satisfaction, because I've gotten past that point where I just want to shave the thing off because it's itchy as hell.
Correct.
And then now it's sort of getting a stage where it's starting to get a lot fuller. Mm-hmm. It's nowhere near to your standard yet, but it's that start of that side of it. Have you noticed that yourself? Have you noticed that within your confidence or with your being, personality-wise, has it slowly started to change you at all?
Absolutely. And I mean, I've always been very outgoing and stuff, and I'm very respectful and nice, but I'm very blunt. But this has made me, really stand out different, where I feel like, I've seen the positives and negatives, and it's kind of changed me to where I understand where people are coming from, and changed my actually thinking, kind of a humble myself on kind of bring me back down a level, saying maybe not me judging someone with a beard, but maybe I'm judging someone else with something else that they have different than other people. Maybe piercings in the eyebrows, or tattoos on the face. So it made me humble myself on, okay, well, now you know how people look at you kind of differently. Maybe you shouldn't do that to other people, which I have done in the past, I'm sure.
I think everyone has, mate.
Yeah, so it's kind of helped me, humble myself on maybe I need to look on the other side, expand my mind a little bit. So
That's brilliant. Hey, I've got a question for you too, mate. Look, we're going to talk about beards now. Because of Beardimus Maximus, I've been reading your posts and that. Didn't you sign a contract recently to do something? Can you want to spill the beans on that?
Well, we signed a contract. I got offered my own radio show.
Nice.
Which is to host my own show once a week for about 2 hours a day, starting May 20th. And I got to name the show, and it's going to be about beards, sports, and kind of just crazy man cave stuff.
Nice.
And it's about, all kind of people can call in about their beard stories, about having sex with bearded men, or so whatever you want to come down to with sports, guys that do good in sports and don't good in sports with beards. And we're just gonna go off that, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of work, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. But what's even crazier is that before that happened is that me and my wife have our own reality TV show going with MTV.
Really?
Yeah, they're doing a show. They've been filming since last month, and they'll be filming up till about late August, up to the event. And it's her trying to live with my beard and see both aspects of, like, what I'm talking to you about now, of how she lived with me before, married me without a beard. Now I have this beard, and how it's kind of changed my life on a different path and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool, the whole reality TV show. But I'm going to have a lot of hate mail on that because it's MTV. And, people look at MTV as like, why the hell would you be on MTV? Well, because they asked us to.
Yeah, why not, mate? Yeah, seriously, I mean... God, I mean, and usually the people who get hate mail are the ones because they're jealous as hell because they didn't get on MTV or have their own reality TV show. I mean, this is brilliant. I mean, look, I've always been a big one here in Australia because we have some really stupid broadcast things here in Australia. I mean,
Same here, yeah.
I mean, look, mate, seriously, I hold my head in my hands and cry at times because I've originally come from the film industry where I worked on props and built stuff like that. That was my background. So I had a lot to do with the TV and film industry. And when I moved back to Australia from overseas, it was I walked back into a culture where, my God, isn't the crap on TV getting worse? I mean, they've got this thing now, and this is, look, I'd rather watch a reality TV based on that because it's interesting to me, and it's interesting to millions of people around the world, than watching a bunch of third-rate celebrities diving off a platform in a pool with celebrity splash. I mean, come on. I mean, that's...
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right, mate. I'm just sitting here shaking my head going, my God, what have we done?
I know it's crazy, and it is only now with all our media and stuff that something like this would be on TV, but it'll be interesting. Like our first shooting was a 3-day weekend in North Carolina. They're at a beard competition with about 300 beards, and they filmed the whole weekend. So I dressed up as Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox.
Nice, I saw that.
Like. And they did a lot of filming there and stuff, and just the aspect of how me and my wife's relationship in life has changed from that. With our romantic side to being a public side. She wants to go to dinner once without someone talking about my beard or asking about my beard, and she's like, "Can we go through a damn dinner without you touching her beard or you have beard in your beard and stuff like that?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I apologize," And people go, "Oh, does she really hate it with all this going on?" I'm like, oh, she really hates it. Believe me. We had an issue about a month ago where we got in a fight about it. So she still does not like it. So. Oh,
tell me about it. Like, what did my wife said to me the other night? She goes, something about if you want to ever get lucky again, you'll shave it off. I'm going, no, it defines who I am type thing. No. I just laugh, because I'm in the same boat as you in that sense where I mean, my wife hates it with a passion, but it doesn't mean she hates me. If you know what I mean, and that's the difference. Most people don't seem to understand. It's not. I'm still the same guy. I mean, you are still the same guy when you first met, and look, and some women don't like it. I mean, but some women do, and this is what's an interesting fact is that the people who take the time to know you as a person, besides the beard, are the ones that will become your friends, will become the people that take you for who you are. I mean, you shouldn't judge what's on the outside. You should always judge what's inside, in my viewpoint. So you've gone and set up this. You've got a reality TV show coming out, and look, you're going to have to send me the link, mate, because we really don't get MTV. So hopefully it's online. Or we think we do, but we don't have a channel for it unless you pay shitloads of money for All-Star or something. But you're going to have to send me all the details and link and stuff like that. But what I've also seen is your shirts. You were getting sent pictures of Save the Beard shirts, and there was this really nice-looking young lady wearing one of your shirts taking a selfie. And your wife was not impressed.
Oh yeah, wife is not fond of. And we've had probably about 30 or 40 women send me pictures of them wearing my shirt with some without clothes on, some with clothes on, and she gets very upset at it.
It's right, mate. It's doing the zombie. I get the occasional because it's called Naked Zombie. Yeah. You can imagine what I get occasionally.
I'm sure you get it 10 times way more than that.
No, mate. Seriously, I don't.
I definitely. I could only imagine what kind of stuff, especially you being with the radio and stuff too. I'm sure it's gonna, stuff flies off the handles for you and stuff.
Oh, it has its moments, my friend. I tell you that much, right? It has its moments. Anyway, so look, okay, we're talking about the awesomeness that is Beardimus Maximus. Now, I got to ask a question. What was it? People like Jeff Passion and stuff like that made you decide to follow that path with a beard, or were you more, no, bugger it, I'm going to grow my beard and see what happens? How did it work? How did it start for you to make that decision?
I just like I said, I started growing and I'm like, I know I have potential to grow a good beard. And if I get past that itchy stage, I'm going to grow my beard. Well, then my wife was like, well, how long are you going to grow this beard for? I'm like, I mean, is that an issue? And she said, yeah. And I'm like, well, if I can get 5,000 people to follow my beard online, by January 1st, is that, can I keep my beard? And she was like, yeah, because you only know 100 people. I'm like, all right. Well, I got a lot of help from a couple companies and a couple friends that, were online and went viral. Yep. And now, over 10,000 people followed. But to be honest with you, I didn't know about Jack Passion and a couple of those guys before I had a beard. And now, being in the industry, I know, I've met a couple of them and know a lot of them and stuff like that. And, it's pretty interesting. So
let's talk about beard competitions in general. Because you got to face the fact, mate, it is a huge industry, isn't it? I mean, yes. and I've seen, and being a lover of the beard myself, and I've seen a lot of the TV shows out there, especially regarding the major competitions over in the States and stuff like that. It is a cutthroat business, isn't it?
Yes.
You take Jeff Passion. He got world champion title twice, didn't he? From memory,
yes.
He's won it twice, and he's got this massive reddy orange thing growing out of his face, which is just amazing. But he's very how do you word it? He's very competitive.
Yes, and his reputation is it goes either way.
Yeah.
On his personality and stuff, and I understand where he comes from on some of the things and stuff, and on how people take him and stuff like that, because he can go both ways. But I've heard great things about him, and I've heard not so great things about him. But I'm not gonna make that judgment on myself to meet him. So, but his beard is out there. He has a huge following and stuff, and it's very impressive. So, and actually, I'll be meeting him here soon, probably. Nice. Me and him are actually going to be on a cover of a beard magazine together. So. Looking forward to meeting him actually on that. So,
yeah, and it is an industry where so much is involved in it. You have these major beard competitions all around the world, and they are very, very competitive. But people don't. I mean, people who don't, aren't into beards and stuff. I advise you to check out some of these YouTube channels and stuff like this, because some of these blokes turn their beards into artwork, which is amazing. I mean, there's one particular guy, I think, got dressed up in a Spider-Man costume, actually had the Spider-Man symbol crafted out of his beard. And you get, like, the moustache competitions, you get all this. And people, or blokes, spend hours grooming and shaping their face fuzz to make sure it looks a certain way. Now, with your beard in particular, mate, because your beard's growing out and down, it's very, very bushy.
Yes.
Are you planning on going for the ZZ top look eventually, or are you just going to let it grow wild as it were?
I'm letting it grow wide. I mean, my beard grows long, not long. It's very thick. It grows wide, and we're going to see how it pans out. But a lot of these guys straighten their beards and stuff, and when I straighten my beard, it goes about another 4 to 5 inches down,
Nice.
which it adds a lot of length. But the guy that used to do the whole Spider-Man, his name is Chad Roberts. He's a really great guy. Very nice guy. He lives down in Richmond, Virginia, and I've hung out with him a couple of times. He spends hours on his beard, but he's such a great person, and he's a great beard activist, I should say. He's just a genuine person. But these beard competitions are very cutthroat. It's very intimidating if you're new to the industry, very overwhelming. But there's a lot of good people that support you and stuff like that. And then you get your psychos out there that act like they're into the devil worshipping and they hate you. So
I mean, that's stupid. I mean, look, I met this guy yesterday online. Who invited me across to be part of the Australian Moustache and Beard Club.
Yeah.
This gentleman, he would be probably, I don't know, 20 years older than me, and he's got this really massive grey white beard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I said, mate, I'm only new at this type of thing here, and all I got was encouragement. You know what I mean? It's look, mate, it's all good. Where you from, Brad? Yada yada. Yeah, and I was still having a great conversation online because it was good to see you made a start, mate. Good to see you actually going down that track. So, in a lot of aspects, the whole bearded community is very supportive of one another in that sense, and it is very much a community on its own, isn't it?
Oh, it is. It's awesome. It is a lot of great people and stuff involved in it, and I hope to expand the love for the beard, to be honest with you, and let people know that there's a lot of great people that have beard. Just because you have a beard doesn't mean you're a criminal or whatever. But that's the exciting part about it, is just the potential of the growth of the exposure of people with beards and beard organizations and beard companies. Because back in the 1700s, everybody had a beard. If you didn't have a beard, if you had a beard, you were looked upon like how you are today with a beard. Like, oh, you don't have a beard, we don't want to talk to you, which, is not good either. But, I mean, back then, everybody had a beard,
Oh, well, that's the thing. But they also brought in what was called the beard tax. I think it was in the United Kingdom. Back around this, around the 1600s, 1700s, and that's where the razor came out to be like the disposable razor in a lot of ways, because you were charged for the length of your beard. So if you were wealthy, you had a big beard. Because you could afford it, and these are funny things how people don't realise it's the whole beard history and culture out there that it's just mind blowing. It's the amount of people that have done stuff and for the name for the name of the beard as it were, and it's got a history upon all itself. I mean, come on, we know a lot of famous people that have beards, mate. Look, Jesus. Yeah. I mean, Jesus had a beard.
And that's the most famous one to have. Well, I mean, bigger than that, right?
And you're going to argue with Jesus? I don't think so. It's not going to go well. But I mean, I'm not a religious guy at all. But he's the first person that pops in the mind with an awesome beard, like epic beard. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, because that's his portrayal. What would, and then this is a weird question, and I know I might upset a few Catholics out there, but would Jesus be recognised for what he is without the beard?
That is a good question. A lot of people, I can't answer on everybody, but I think, that beard is the first symbol of him, when you see him, a lot of people look at that like, who maybe not even be religious, be like, oh, that's Jesus with a beard. I think that's awesome. I mean, I think it's great that he has a beard. I'm all for it.
Oh,
so.
hell yeah. Yeah. No, I agree with you too, mate. You take like our Australian Ned Kelly. I mean, it was, he had this massive man growth thing happening on his face, but people recognise him for the fact he was Australia's legendary bushranger, but he had this massive mighty beard. Him and his brothers did, if you know. It wasn't... so you can go on and on about great... Charles Darwin, yeah?
Yep.
Massive beard, because people see him in that shape of that big white flowing beard. Said, God? Huh? Yeah?
But yeah, I know. But this is my thing. Those people back then too were looked at as like crazy people. So, and now people love those people. Those people are like, throw them away. They look like, he's kind of weird because he's kind of different. But now they think they're amazing people. You remember, Jesus was looked at like, he was a nut.
Yeah, that's right. He was. And that's why he was crucified.
So hopefully in 2,000 years, me and you will look like gods.
Oh, mate, wouldn't that be nice? Have a couple of statues of me and you sitting up there stroking my beards and looking wise.
Yeah. That would be hysterical. That would be awesome.
Oh, mate, this is a fun part. Now, okay, before we go any further with the rest of the show tonight, we got to get people over to Save the Beard, where the main action is happening. Now, you'll find it on, because a lot of people who listen to the radio show don't necessarily go across to the Facebook site, and they just listen to the show itself. So how do people find you on Facebook or website or anything like that? Can you give us all the details, mate?
Yeah, if you just Google Save the Beard, I come up as the first option on Facebook. Also, if you type in the hashtag Love for the Beard, that actually pulls up to my page on Facebook itself. If you type that in, I also have Instagram as Beardimus Maximus, and I have Twitter as Beardimus Maximus. So we'll actually be opening our own website, the beardimusmaximus.com.
Nice.
Here soon. We'll be linking all kinds of charities and stuff that I'm doing for that, so people, if they ever want to donate, they can actually go to that page and actually donate without even talking to me and asking about the beard. They can just go on there and donate for some of our causes. So, which I want to give out a lot of shout out to a lot of the beard communities in the United States, is that most of these competitions are for charities that people run for beard competitions. The one in North Carolina was for ALS, which is a huge thing in the United States. So, these people do most of these events for charities and stuff like that. And all these people that place get, their a trophy and a ribbon, and just kind of recognition in the beard community. So it's all going towards, proceeds to help people out and stuff. And that's a huge thing I push on. You don't have to be rich. You don't have to be famous to actually give back and do things for your community and help out your community at all, And I'm a wild dude. If you knew me on the side of the street, I'm pretty crazy, but I'm very, I like working with nonprofits and stuff like that. So
look, just to let you know, next year I plan to coming over to the States. Right?
Please do.
Oh, mate, I want to go.
You come stay with me. You come stay at my house.
I'll stay at your house and we can sit there and just admire each other's growth. That sounds a bit Brokeback Mountain-ish, doesn't it? Sorry, I'll take that back.
Yeah, I never saw that movie.
Mate, neither did I.
It won a lot of awards, I know that. But
yeah, I mean, that's about as far as I'd go and watch it too for some, I don't know. Anyway, so basically I'm heading over to the States next year to go to San Diego to Comic-Con and stuff like that. But what I am doing, I was actually going to spend 2 weeks travelling throughout America. And I'd love to catch up with you, mate. I'd love to actually catch up with Virginia, show me the sights, go to these awesome bars that you have over there and stuff like that, and just meet people, meet fellow Beardinites. That's
you come over here, and I will throw a huge event for your ass over here. We'll have a drawn out, crazy bearded ass party. You know what I'm saying? And get wild. So
I like that. I like that a lot, Taylor. I really do. Hey, mate, listen, we are doing so well. We've got about another 20 minutes, right? And I'm sure with this, we've got enough 20 minutes to do the show tonight. We're doing so well tonight. I thought, I got 20 minutes to go, but we've got 20 minutes to go. So, because we're having so much fun, are you right to keep going with?
I'm having a blast. I mean, just talking to you, I feel like you should be sitting next to me. We should be drinking a beer right now and just talking about stuff. But yeah.
Oh, look, mate, it's the thing, and for people who necessarily don't understand what we're talking about, it's grow a beard. That's all I can say, and then
Yeah.
you'll understand what we're talking about. Taylor, now, look, because we are a paranormal pop culture, geeky sort of show and all, and I spoke to you this beforehand. Now, I'll get another question later. Can you tell me what is your most weirdest beard experience you've ever had?
The weirdest
This
beard.
beard experience, like someone you've met, something that's happened to you, something that just didn't make sense. You had some stranger come up near the road and just touching your face, going, "It's beautiful." Yeah, that type of thing. Have you got any cool stories you can tell us?
Yeah, there was a time where I was, in a bar and stuff, and I just started growing my beard, and I didn't know about a lot about the beard industries, and this guy came up to me, and he had an awesome beard, and I was looking at him, and I was like, just gave him a nod, and he came over and rubbed his face against mine, and he was beard rubbing me, and I was like, wow, what is this? I didn't know if he was kissing me on the cheek, like if he was from Europe or something, but he was beard rubbing, and I can feel the friction, like static electricity of our two beards rubbing back and forth. And I was
Isn't it?
oh, that's very interesting. And then I went home and Googled beard rubbing, right? When I went home. Because he didn't say really anything else. He just walked away and just gave me a nod, and I was like, that was the weirdest thing I've ever had. But I was like, it was a pretty cool experience. But, I mean, that was pretty strange because we really didn't talk about much at all. He just did that and walked away, and I was, like, baffled. Like, all right, well, let me go Google this. Guys beard rubbing faces each other. What does that mean?
Yeah, and what does it mean? I have no idea.
If you go on there, there's actually a Facebook page called Beard Rubbing, and it's a respect thing.
Really?
It's like I respect your beard. It's like when you see a bigger beard come towards you, the big beard has the right of way. That's another rule. If you have two beards coming at each other, the bigger beard has the right of way. It's a respect thing. There's like these little unspoken rules of having beards and with each other and stuff like that. But I found it very odd, but very interesting and very cool experience, but very strange because my wife was like, "Why the fuck is he touching her?"
Sorry, man, that's gold. I've never had that experience. It's something to look forward to, I guess.
It was like, it totally baffled me. And that doesn't happen a lot, but there's some people that really into that kind of stuff and that really take it very, very, very serious and stuff. And it is very hysterical. I mean, lots of people do grab it. I've had girls grab it when I walk by and like, just yank on it. I had dreams of my wife shaving my beard and I waking up with her like staring at my face, and that was things like that.
Yeah.
But
has she ever tried to sneak in late at night with a pair of scissors and give it a trim?
No, but what she did try to do is she put Nair in my shampoo bottle because I shampoo my face, and I saw the Nair bottle in the bathroom thing, and I did not use Nair on my. I would have had Nair, a bald head and a bald face, because she actually replaced my conditioner and shampoo with Nair, and I saw the bottle beforehand. Now, how cruel is that? That's pretty cruel. That's pretty fucked up.
It is, man. It's pretty fucked up. It is.
I was like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, I was pretty upset. But she got past that stage where I have to watch out for those kind of things, because that was in the early stage. I was like, "Who puts Nair in a bottle? That Nair is a hair removal. I mean, like, if I scrub my whole body with shampoo, that shampoo I would have been, hairless and looked pretty kind of funny, actually."
Oh, mate, that is a woeful tale.
Yeah, I was just like, "Are you?" It was insane. It was I can laugh about it now, but it was a very upsetting moment between us as it went down. So
okay, mate. So you've had some gentlemen. So I'm going to have to say these are things that I don't know about yet, to be honest with you. I mean, these are things. I mean, even though I'm laughing my ass off, to be honest with you, but there is a serious side to this as well that I should mention. That I'm going to have to start sort of taking more note of other bearded... Look, I've got a really good mate at work. He's a big bikey bloke. And I actually did AMC'd his last event for him just for the bike show. And because I'm up on stage and, and doing my thing and all the rest, I get the crowd going and what I do. And he's got this massive beard. I mean, it is huge. And now I've started to grow one. I'm going to have to take these into considerations now. I'm going to let him go past first for me now. And if he ever comes up and decides to rub his face against mine, I'd be too scared to say no. To be honest with you, he's a big boy. Okay, so you've had the beard rubbing thing. Now, are there any other cultural things that you can tell us about regarding the beard that I don't know? Because I'm fairly new to this. Look, I said I've been growing mine for about 6 weeks now. I'm very lucky that I'm a hairy bugger in that sense, where it's quite full and thick already, but it's not long. Is there any cultural things that I should be aware about?
Well, I mean, there's certain things on like the coloring of our beard. A lot of these competitions, they separate the colors from gray to ginger to all that stuff, and that's and people look at the colors, kind of different and stuff like that, and they grade it differently on point wise on different colors and stuff like that. I mean, to be honest with you, length plays a little bit part in thickness, but there's a lot of colors that out there that are great colors that a lot of people don't have. In fact, a lot of people say the reason why they like my beard is, one, it grows wide, not long, and two, it's pure black. It's not, like it doesn't have a blonde or red and stuff like that, where I think an all gray beard is amazing, because I don't have any gray. So there's a lot of aspects of the colors.
Mate, I've got a dark brown beard, because it matches my haircut, but I've got these two massive grey streaks right down my chin. So, and the trouble is, it goes like brown, grey, brown in the middle, grey, and brown. I look like a badger.
I think that's awesome. I'm jealous of that because I don't have like that. I'm like, mine just match. Mine like blends. When I wear a black shirt, it blends into a black shirt. You can't even see if it's a beard, like how long my beard goes, because it's just pure black. And so a lot of categories a lot of things go like that. People, you do. When you go to competitions, they're separated and those kind of things and stuff like that. So it's not all about the length, but once it does, once you start in those, big beards, then you're like considered goddesses in the beard industry, like your, you said your uncle.
Yeah.
You said that he would be considered a god, like those kind of beards love those kind of beards. They're amazing.
I mean, that's the thing, mate. Yeah, look, like I said, I think by the time I'm 65, I should be all right. I should have this awesome white beard. If it runs, I mean, well, my old man's the same, but as a kid, I mean, this is funny. Like, an Australian band we got is called The Beards. You've probably heard of them.
Absolutely.
They're absolutely brilliant. I mean, I love these guys to death. And one of my all-time favourite songs is "If Your Dad Doesn't Have a Beard, You Got Two Mums."
Yeah, absolutely.
And I love that song because my dad, for as long as I can remember, growing up, had a beard. If you know what I mean, it was never a long beard, but it was definitely a beard. I mean, it was one of those short trimmed. Yeah, not long, but it had a little bit of length, but it was always stuck to his face from when I was a kid. And even today it's all white, and because he's all white now because he's getting on a bit, but it's. It is the thing that, I look at that and I guess and I go, that's how I remember my dad. Yeah. I mean, that's how I'll always remember him. Is having this beard. It's like Uncle Russell. It's just, he's not a well man, to be honest with you. He's very ill, but my memories of him will always be about this beard, this massive white. Long beard, and his ponytail, and his mate, he looks like a professor or a wizard.
That's awesome. See, that's awesome, and that's actually a great point you bring up. Is that I've come to find that kids love beards. Like
they do.
They love beards. I have so many kids in stores that want to touch my beard, or they've asked if I'm related to Santa Claus. I dress up as Santa, in the winter time.
But you dress up at Santa outside of Christmas. This is what I found funny. Yeah. You actually, after Christmas, you decide to wear the suit again. How
Correct.
Cool is that?
I stood up the side of the thing, and I told my wife I was going to wear it for the next 30 days. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Why are you wearing the outfit?" I'm like, "Because kids love Santa Claus." So. The kids love beards, and a lot of people on my page always say, women especially go, "I love beards because my father has always had a beard," and things like that. And there's a lot of people out there that have been raised around bearded guys, and they're very loyal people to the beard community. I'll say that.
Oh, look, they are, mate, and that's one thing, And even today, like I have this one truck driver I deal with, and he's got this beautiful beard. You know, I mean, it is really, every time he comes into work, I just stare. I know it sounds stupid and weird, but I do, because it is such a masterpiece of growth. You know what I mean? And he takes, and it's always brushed, and it's always neat, and it's always, type thing, but I got other mates of mine who just got these massive piles of hair everywhere, and it's their personality. I think a beard in a lot of ways defines who you are if you grow one. It's a lot of the beards that I've seen out there that are very trim and neat. That personality is like, yours is very wild and free, and that's what you're like. If you know what I mean, that's your personality. And I guess a lot of aspects, I'm getting very deep here, but within the bearded community, you can see a lot of the different styles of beards reflect that person, don't they?
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it does help, you definitely see people's personalities and their beards, and, how it's kind of, open them up on certain people that you've known for a while, or vice versa, or made them more confident, like you said, on certain things, or make them feel like they're a part of something.
Yep.
And I actually learned that through, like, I have this guy, his name is Michael Johnson. He came third place nationals. He has these mutton chops. He's from Minnesota, and he's always in beard competition, does a lot of beard TVs and stuff. He's like my mentor. And he just is amazing on kind of telling me how, like, what to expect and things like that from bearded communities, and let your personality grow to, who you are, with your beard, and then really, take a hold of that by, the bull by its horns, and, just be yourself, but, be a positive person in the community, So,
look, mate, do you think you can, like in time, when mine gets a bit sort of more awesome, do you think you can give me some tips later on down the track and get you back on the show to talk about this some more, and what's actually happening with you and Beardimus Maximus in future events that are coming up? Because seriously, man, I don't lie. I have no shame. I'm a huge fan of Beardimus Maximus, but I'm more of a fan of what you've achieved, if you know what I mean, with the facial hair. The fact is that you've taken something so awesome and made it even more awesome. You've made a career out of this now. I mean, this is the thing.
If my wife heard you say that, she would throw something at you, even though she couldn't see you.
Mate, that's right. I'm only 50-odd thousand miles away. It's all good.
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, I really appreciate the following, and absolutely, I'd love to come on here. I mean, our thing is, like, just spreading the love for the beard, and I'm trying to get you out here in August for this huge event. I need to get your ass out here and enjoy this huge charity event with us, and meet a lot of these awesome guys with beards and stuff. I mean,
mate, if you can get me over there, I'll bring out my recording equipment and I will do a full show. I mean, I've got friggin' production cameras and all sorts of stuff here that I use when I do events. But look, if you can get me out there, I will bring out my little portable audio recorders, stuff like proper mic stuff that I use for on-site stuff. Yeah, I'll come out and look. Hey, it's up to you guys. Did you want an Aussie out there? I don't want to taint it or anything. You know what we're like.
You guys bring the best part of the show. I love Australian people. Every time I get in bar fights, you guys are on my side. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hell yeah, mate. That's one thing we're good at.
You guys, I mean, I have a blast in the bars when I meet some of you guys. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that and see what we can do. See if we can get you a sponsor to get you out there, because we love nothing more than have an awesome Australian, bearded guy like you out there. I can tell you that real quick. So.
Oh, thank you so much, mate. Look, personally, I cannot. We have come up to the hour on the show.
No, yeah, I mean, we've been talking and having a good time. I mean, that's what's dangerous about me and you. We could just drink and get blasted and talk about stories nonstop. So.
Oh, look, I think that's on the cards, mate. Look, Taylor, I cannot thank you enough. I'll just get you to stay on the line. So there you go, folks, out there. You've just heard the awesomeness of Beardimus Maximus, Taylor Gering on The Naked Zombie. Now, if you have any questions, I'm sure you can jump across to Beardimus Maximus's fan site. I'm sure you'll answer some questions for the fans out there, won't you, mate, if they
absolutely. That's one thing I really focus on, is that I try to talk to every individual that posts something on my page or comments to me or messages me. In fact, I've probably met 200 people that I'm actually friends with personally now off of people I've talked to me on my page.
Yeah, I mean, this is the great thing about it. It is a community. We all sort of stick together and we all support each other, which I think is fantastic, and I love it. Mate, thank you so much for making an appearance on The Zombie, and thank you for taking the time to speak to me tonight, and also to all the zombie listeners out there who have just discovered the wonderful world of beards.
Well, I really appreciate it, Brad, and I'm going to start really following your page and stuff, and I really want to see what I can do to get you to get you out here in August, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because you seem like a great guy, whatever, and I like what you're
thanks,
doing.
Mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, look, I'm just me. Oh. All right, listen. Now, guys, don't forget, zombie listeners out there, take the time, go and check out Save the Beard, and also go and introduce yourself to Beardimus Maximus, the awesomest beard on the planet, as far as I'm concerned, and soon to be one of the greats of history. And, mate, congratulations on the TV series coming up. Congratulations on your sponsorship and stuff like that and your endeavours. And please, people can buy shirts from you, can't they, to support your cause?
Absolutely. It'll be going to the Children's Miracle Network, all the proceeds. So if they're interested in a shirt with my lovely face on it and to piss my wife off, please buy it. So
and post a photo back of you wearing the shirt. Now,
absolutely.
Listen, thank you so much, mate. I'll just get you hang on the phone. I'll wrap up tonight's show. Listen, thank you, boys and girls, for tuning in to another episode of The Naked Zombie. It has been a pleasure having Beardimus Maximus Taylor Gering on the show tonight. And if you have any questions for us, you know what to do. Jump onto the Facebook fan page, Naked Zombie Radio. You can check out the show at www.naked-zombie-radio.com for all the latest. And we have a YouTube channel now. That's right, boys and girls. We have a YouTube channel now that all the shows are put. We've got over hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of listening material just on YouTube itself at the moment. That's just been started up. Thank you, Andrew, our IT guy, for setting up. So thank you for joining us once again on The Naked Zombie. I'm Brad Scott, and you have been listening to Beardimus Maximus Gone Wild.